Hello everyone, and many thanks for joining me again on the ride. And we've come up from Kendal, and believe it or not, we do have a plan. And the plan is to ride quite a long way into the Western Dales. Now, I hadn't appreciated it was called the Western Dales, and this road coming up from Kendal, I've never actually been this way. I've come up from Sedbergh, which is where it leads to, and it would in fact take you on either to Halls or to Kirby Stephen. We're not going to either of those places at the moment. Anyway, that's more to come in other parts of this ride, because it's a long ride. We've already come some way, but now we're passing across the motorway, the M6, and this is junction 37 if anyone's interested in that. Passing by this bit and then down into towards Sedbergh. And today I've got the electronic tablet with me with my anecdotes maps on, and that's the Ordnance Survey maps, and it covers the whole of the UK. Very useful. As long as you've got a signal, you can access that. And now this is a real treat for me, seeing the Howgills from this direction, and I was rather surprised and very pleased at how actually lovely they are from up here. So we're going to stop and have a little look across and take our ease, because we've actually, as I say, come a fair distance, and I do need a bit of a break here. Oh, and lovely lighting this morning. Look at that. The cloudscape allows that lovely slanting shadowing across the Howgills and the rest of the landscape. Right, we're on our way again and heading down, down, down. And there are quite a few little lanes running off left and right here. A lovely twisty little road too, running downhill. And I have intended to take a minor road off to the left. Unfortunately, I seem to have gone past it, because I ended up not going up what I thought would take me to what's called Fox's pulpit. And George Fox, the founder of the Quakers, way back in the sort of 1600s, he preached at Fox's pulpit, and there's a little memorial to him there. But in fact, we took a B road a little bit further on, and that was a real surprise too, because I didn't realise until I looked on my tablet that it was a B road. It seemed so minor, but there are B roads and B roads, of course. And this is an A-class road, and not heavily used, because not that many people come this way. Not today, anyway. Now, I have driven up this road a few times, and I remember one run up from. It was actually two friends were staying with me, and we went to Farfield Mill, and it was absolutely tipping down with rain when we set off. And arrived at Farfield Mill for our have a look round at the mill, which is very interesting. And then we had a bite of something in the cafe, and I decided in my wisdom to come up this way, go to Kendal and take them back down the A6. Well, that would have been fine, of course, except we got lost when we crossed over the motorway and then towards Kendal, and headed off what I now realise was the A65, and we just seemed to be driving on and on and on through this absolutely torrential rain. And when finally I turned around, came back and found my way. But when we finally got back home, we just arrived up the driveway, and the battery went flat because the dynamo wasn't keeping up charging the battery. Phew, that was a close one. Anyway, this is our little B road, and very little used, as you can see, with fantastic views up on the right hand side of the Howgills. And just take a little run along here. Now, I've split the whole ride up because it's a long ride, and I thought, well, 15 minutes, just about 15 minutes per section might be more palatable perhaps. You'll have to let me know what you think. Well, thank you all very much for the lovely comments from my last ride, which was down those little narrow lanes. Today we've got the new footrest arrangement on Spitfire, and it's proving to be excellent. Very pleased with that. Nice to have a rear brake. I must say the brakes on this this machine are fantastic. The front brake, I mean, I'm a bit careful not to overdo it. Steady does it. Absolutely beautiful morning. Now this was a real surprise, seeing this viaduct over on the right hand side. This is the disused railway which runs up from Ingleton through Sedbergh up to Carlisle, and an absolutely beautiful thing. And I do love to see this running across the landscape, and things like canals and little bridges, all the sort of Victorian and pre-Victorian engineering. Look at that, that's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful viaduct in my opinion. I think that might be closed off at the left hand end there though, probably can't walk along it, but the Dales Way runs along this little valley, and as we shall see later on, quite a few people walk that. So we'll carry on now, and we'll have a little look at the view further on. With a full tank of fuel, or nigh on anyway, so we shan't be worrying about that. The fuel tank on this these Hunters is just a bit the right size, much larger, and it would be a bit on the heavy side if you topped it right up to the top. I did notice on my Meteor, which had a larger tank, if that was a full tank it was a bit ungainly, but I tend to keep these at about half to 2/3 full, as much as I can. When you come to the end of a ride, it's a bit empty. I was thinking about pulling in there, but I decided not to. No, carry on. Oh no, have I stopped? No, we'll carry on, I think. Just have a little think. I've noticed one or two people have talked about the zen of motorcycling. And, well, I don't know about that, but yes, I do meditate as I ride. Lots of thoughts run through my head, and that's nice. Very relaxing, I find, motorcycling. That's the way I do it anyway. I don't like my heart in my mouth. Unlike going up that little narrow lane where we slipped and slid. I didn't enjoy that too much. However, I'm sure I should be doing it again. No, I did actually pump the tyres up to the standard rig pressures on this. It's about 30 psi front and rear. It's 32 psi on back. Oh, far too hard. The bike's in one of the head off den. It's on its own track. So since this ride, I've actually dropped them another back to the 5 psi down from that, and oh, it's much nicer to ride. I don't know why tyres have to be so hard. Bit of habitation here. Don't know if it's all part of Furbank. Back there, that was I think it's probably, perhaps this is Furbank, and that was just an isolated house back further back where the viaduct was. Yes, this Anquet map thing is really useful because it saves you having to take paper maps. In fact, I couldn't lay my hand on the actual paper map that I printed off for this ride, and I did actually have a plan, as I say, a vague plan in my head where I was riding to. Look at those lovely howgills, beautiful. It is nice riding without traffic, I must say. This is what, a Wednesday, is it? I can't think what day this is. It's the trouble of being retired. I never know what day it is. Every day's a holiday. So yes, talking about traffic free. Fortunately, a little passing place there. That's the only traffic we meet, I'm pleased to say. Of course, you never know what's around the next bend, so take it easy. More lovely views of the Howgills. This road eventually does pass under the M6 again and then joins an A road, which will take you up over towards Orton, places like that. But obviously not that many people venture up this bit or down it. Not many flying insects this morning either. There have been quite a few around. They've been making hay everywhere, and that seems to send all the insects flying up, and they do make an awful noise on my visor as they hit them. So yes, we're running nice and slowly so you can get some nice views, also I can get some nice views of Howgills, and that's why I ride, is to just enjoy the landscape, and what fabulous landscape we have up here. So this is a likely place to stop. Yes, I'll leave you with this wonderful view of the Howgills. We'll just swing the camera around and we'll see where we've come from and where we'll be going to in the next part. So try and join me if you can for the next part. Hope you've enjoyed this part. I've certainly enjoyed your company while I've been riding. There we are, that's where we come from. And here's Spitfire with our new panniers. Very handy to carry that tablet. Along with my toolkit, puncture repair outfit, and first aid. What a lovely machine. Right, well that's the end of this part. So yes, please, if you can, and enjoyed this one, join me for the next part, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.